Here's Parker Washington with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Hey, Lion. 13 loose.
They go right back to Etienne. Juke the defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
13 loose. Hey. Go, let's go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
13 loose. Hey, Ginger, take right open. Hey, I'm gun.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
On the red. Hey, Soko, tonight. 11. 30 left.
Lawrence working from the gun. Brings in the lob pass. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Son, that's on. Easy. Read him, 24.
They'll try it left with Etienne. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Red on red.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Hey, Jupiter, these are 24. Hey, big 13 heavy. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Little knocks it through. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Return coming from the 6. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Purdy, a quick throw, complete. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Going there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Running left is Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. His return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now from the gun. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
There is not a route you throw as a quarterback where timing is more important than that outcut. If you are a millisecond late in this game, with the speed of these players, that ball is far and wide.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this is third down.
Let's go.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. He'll try and make the most of this interception. He takes it all the way back to the 25.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
He finds him right side. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
McCaffrey. And this is going to end behind a line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on fourth and goal. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the 49ers with it on 4th and 4. Jake Moody out for the 49ers field goal try. This just 21 yards down the pipe. Moody knocks it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's a return from the 7. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
On second down, it's Etienne. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. He puts everything behind this one. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Jacksonville in punt formation. The Niners have Ricky Pearsall ready to return. Collects this at the 35. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
Take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here's second and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 41. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Now the offense is going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Field goal unit out there on second down as they try for 3 here before halftime. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31.
Get set, get set.
Purdy on the play action. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Darnell Savage with the pick.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Hey, kill. It's easy. Route. Good ball. Tomatoes.
Now it's Lawrence. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars start the second half with some needed points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Starting from the 5. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
'49ers to the line. First and 10. Play action now. Purdy finds his fullback. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it back, and it's marked at the 38. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
I mean, where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
11 Agate. 13 Luke. Silver.
Lawrence in the pistol. Blitz is there, and he goes down. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays. Be creative. Try different things because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Get set. Go ahead, go ahead. 18, what's up? Spot.
A give, left side to McCaffrey. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Off the play fake, Purdy. Gobbled up on the right side, that's Ayuk. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's fourth down.
Andrew Wingard on the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And this one will not work out for him. He's stacked up behind the line and is going to head off after a turnover on downs.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Hey, easy, route, 11. Focus, hot.
Here's ETN on first down. We'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Fred Warner. Just one quarter remaining in this one. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, go. Hey, tomato, 11. 13, Luke.
From the 43. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, go. Go straight. 11.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Easy, read a 44. 11.
From the gun, ETN gets it. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. That's Diallo Lenore. And the 49ers can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Stuck at the line, and now it'll be 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
From the gun is Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. Rolling into enemy territory. And he gets this down near the 30.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed over the middle. Brushes him off with ease. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers holding on to a field goal lead. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He sent him to throw it. It is knocked down at the line. One of those big uglies up front. Got his hand on it at just the right moment. That's going to force 3rd down.
You know, those big guys are taught if you can't get to the quarterback, the next best thing is to get your big paw in the air and knock that ball away.
Draw play. This is McCaffrey. He hits a wall, stops at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Jake Moody on for the field goal.
Kicked well, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Complete to his back, Tank Bigsby. And this one does not go far. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
2nd down at the 37-yard line.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
11 Agate. Roll deal. Stop. 11 Agate. Here we go.
To throw. They'll look underneath here for ETN. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You could do a lot worse than a quick little shuffle give sometimes. I like that play. That shuffle pass just keeps the defense honest, keeps them guessing a little bit. Normally goes for positive yardage, and sometimes you're even able to surprise that defense entirely.
Here he is to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back now, pressure on its way. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter.
Intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd down and 4.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nifty move. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warrior 70. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And the Raven 1st down.
touchdown carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now third down and 6 to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Escapes the defender. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Steps away. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
A loss of 5 brings up third down and 7.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Wester on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give for Walker running right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll drop to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Running left, it's Henry. Able to push his way through. He's still on his feet. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped how the guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. That's taken in by Arroyo. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 1 now.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was taken down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, come on.
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jason Myers to kick
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The tight end in motion right. They go play action with Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Off the option, here's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
The goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On play action, no throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And 9.
19 Lions. Steady.
They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And they'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. Jackson now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Warriors 70, Panther 60, Panther 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, Dragon 60. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Press all 80. Check, 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 check. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2nd and 15. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come up first and 10 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Okay, ready.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panthers 60. Panthers.
Off play action, it's Ward. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. Rodgers going to put it up to get started. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Metcalf, the motion man. From the gun, Rodgers. Metcalf makes the grab again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He's got the veteran. That's Robert Woods. And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Rodgers out quick to Metcalf. And he goes out of bounds at the 3. And from there, it's going to be 1st and goal.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Play action now with Rodgers. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
Steelers 7, Titans nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Play fake, now Ward to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. That caught Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Pollard. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get
blitz. Gets there, and he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Okay, break. Let's go now.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
On play action, it's Ward. Now he'll run it. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On the return, it's Austin. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. It's 2nd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
50, take 30. Go to 50. Hey, inside.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
For the Steelers.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At the 49-yard line.
Drop play. Here comes Pollard. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Hey, take 26.
Off the play fake. Rodgers. That one thrown behind his target. And It'll be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Second and 10. Here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jeffrey Simmons. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. 3rd and long for Rodgers. This one complete to Hayward. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. It's a gain of 49.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now it's a... the blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Third and a long way to go. Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
On 1st down, it's Ward. Oh, he's going to fight. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock at 24. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now, 1st down throw for Ward. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Let's go.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. First and goal coming up. What an important sequence this is. Trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. From the gun, here's Ward. Forced out wide. He'll tuck it and take off. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Here we go. Press all 80. Warriors 17.
Out of the gun, Ward. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On third down, Rodgers. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Warren. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's second and 4.
Brings up second down at the 44-yard line.
Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
On the jump. Let's go.
Play action. Ward. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Third down.
Ward's going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end. That's a Okonkwo. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. To the air again. Ward. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to pick it up. take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Off play action, it's Ward. This one downfield for Okonkwo.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Throwing is Ward. His throw left side is complete. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Here we go on 4th with Ward. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
The master of play action, Rodgers. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 42 yards. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's a handoff to Warren. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 20, here's 2nd and 8.
Next, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk.
And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Tennessee.
60 now, 18, Pioneer.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Once again, right back to Lockett. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains, by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 1. Here's Ward. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well to gain a 43 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And now he's not. The ball's out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Hawk 70, check pass, 19, street. 18, Rattler, go.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head